What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1989 movie Parenthood. So, the story of the Bugman family and friends attempting to bring up their children. They suffer and enjoy all the events that occur, estranged relatives, the black sheep of the family, the eccentrics, the skeletons in the closet, and the rebellious teenagers. So, I think this is a pretty decent movie. It's pretty well written and everything. It's got some good heartfelt moments and everything, and the story is pretty good. The characters are all really relatable and everything. There's at least one character that you could probably relate to in this movie and everything. And it has an ensemble cast and everything that includes Steve Martin, Mary Steenburgen, Diane Wiest, Jason Robards, Rick Moranis, Tom Hulse, Martha Plimpton, Keanu Reeves, Harley Jane Kozak, and Joaquin Phoenix, just to name a few. And they're all excellent in their roles, especially Joaquin Phoenix, who is just a kid in this movie, but he gives a really good performance and everything. But I also really like Keanu Reeves in here too. He's pretty good as this guy who's dating the teenage girl of this one family, and they sneak off and get married, and she ends up pregnant and stuff. And I think their story is the most interesting out of everybody's in this movie and everything. But Steve Martin and Mary Steenburgen are really good too. They have really good chemistry together and work really well off of each other and everything. I think everybody does a great job. Rick Moranis too. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he's singing "Close to You" by the Carpenters to his wife in the classroom. Really great scene. And I also love the scene when Steve Martin's son wins the soccer game and he's dancing and just having a good old time and everything. It's just a really funny moment and everything. The way Steve Martin is handling his son winning the soccer game. This music and score in here are done by Randy Newman, and like always, I think he does a great job. I love his music and scores that he does for movies and stuff, and this is no exception. He does a great job. And Ron Howard's directing is really good too. I really think he did a great job directing this. I wouldn't say this is his best work or anything, but he's really good at directing this movie. Now, as far as negatives go, there are so many characters in this movie that I feel like certain ones just don't get the right amount of screen time and everything, but everybody's arcs are closed out by the end of the story. I just feel like I don't care about some of the other characters as I do certain ones. There are certain characters I like more than others in this movie, and some of them, when it gets to their little subplots, it kind of drags the movie for me. And I also feel like the pacing in this movie is kind of slow. It's kind of a slow burn movie with comedy and drama sprinkled in there and everything. And I think they do a good job at blending the comedy and drama and everything, but it just, because of the pacing and stuff, it's just not one that I like to revisit very often. It's not one of my most favorite Steve Martin movies or anything like that. And everything, because he was my main draw to this movie and everything. I love Keanu Reeves and Joaquin Phoenix too and everything. They're great actors, but Steve Martin was really my draw to this movie, and I feel like he's great in here, but I feel like he's a little bit outshined by Keanu Reeves and Joaquin Phoenix. And Diane Wiest and Martha Plimpton too. I'll say that I think all of them were really, really good in this movie. But the movie just feels like it's longer than it is, and it could have shaved off a little bit of it. Like I said, some of the subplots I feel like they could have taken out and stuff, and I would have enjoyed the movie a little bit more. But all in all, I think Parenthood is decent. It's not one of my most favorite movies and everything. It might sound like I don't really like it because I was kind of mixed on it, but I'm more mixed than anything. I don't think it's a bad movie at all and everything. And it's also one that, since I'm not a parent, I don't really relate to it as much. I've helped take care of my nieces and nephew and stuff, so I know what it's like helping with kids and stuff, but I don't have kids of my own, so I don't relate as much to the characters in this movie as I do some other movies and stuff. But I do think it's a good movie and everything. It's just got a really good story and the characters are really good, but it's just a little bit overbloated and everything. But besides that, I don't really have any complaints on it. I think it's a fine time and everything. So I'm gonna say I give Parenthood an 8 out of 10. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Parenthood, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.